Hi everybody, it's Hoarder the Board here again, and welcome to the channel. My name is Edgar, and we're gonna continue with my bias guide for this lovely month of December. We're going into the holidays, and we're gonna try to give some gifts to people, or maybe there's a gift in here for yourself. As a gamer, I know I already got my game, and I think I'm going to talk about it here. The game that I got myself for Christmas, because this is the heavy strategy game that will blow our brains and make us think too much, maybe. But some people like that. This is really heavy strategy, above 3.5 roughly in the red numbers on BTG. These games are heavy for heavy gamers. They can be long. Not all of them are extreme long, but they can be a little bit long with a lot of AP maybe. And yeah, let's get into it. So my first game will be uh, Unconscious Minds. And Unconscious Minds is a game that I have played and I have it. I have the big box with everything in it, all the expansions. It's a game from Fantasia Games. One to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, ages 12 and up, and 3.94, almost a 4. And it's a game where your uh, contemporaries of Freud, you're in that timeline, you're going to put some ideas on the table. There's a worker placement aspect of it. Let me see if I can get one of the. Uh, yeah, let's first look at the cover, because the cover is from Vincent Dutrait and Andrew Bosley. An amazing combination. Vincent Dutrait does the artwork for the real life personas, as you see here in the foreground, and the dream world is made by Andrew Bosley. And as you go through this game, you see some beautiful artwork from Andrew Bosley, and mostly things on the board are from Vincent Dutrait. Um, Let me see if I can get the. You're gonna have some ideas. Uh, some will be front and center, the idea board. Okay, this is a good one. So this is going to be, you're going to have some cards that you can get. You will start off with one patient, and as soon as that patient is cured, you're going to cure them for their mental problems, their dreams and fears, and try to reach catharsis, because it has these cards, which are the uh, the people that need treatment, and you have these grief layer cards, these transparent grief layer cards, and they will add all these hearts to it. And as soon as you get at least two catharsis on the board, um, uh, you will get the grief layer off, and then you have an ability, and the points you score as soon as you cure the person completely. Um, you're gonna have these red cards, which are endgame scoring things that you can get, uh, people. But you also have the blue ones that are on this side, and they will give you abilities during the rest of the game. And then you have this big board where you're going to put these ideas, and these ideas here are uh, where you point at, so you cannot point at the same idea of your own color. And you can put two ideas on top of each other and do it 2 times. But do you want to do it 1 time or 2 times? Because if you do not rest, you cannot do that. Point that idea to the same action. You're gonna do some actions. You're gonna move on your own player board. You will get um, you will move on this board of Vienna doing actions, and you also have these big boards which are uh, symbols that you get of different uh, psychological ideas, which you can then translate into curing patients. And then you also have your own board here, uh, where you have this ink pot, and the ink pot will go depending on the. Oh, It depends on where you put the idea. So the further down the action is, the more your ink pot will move. And I can show you the ink pot. And that is where everybody will be different, because you have your... oh, did someone make... Oh, little teacups. Oh, this is awesome. I have to get those teapots. They are not included in game, by the way. So... Oh. And you will... because I saw it here. For example, these are like 2 people that you can cure. And then the grief layer goes on top, so they have some more hearts, and you try to cure them. Um, and they will have also, on top of it, they will gonna have some latent dreams and some normal dreams. And if you do what's on those dreams, they will give you hearts, and then you can get hearts out of there. They have cure points a little bit like that. And there's also these cards. So if you get these symbols, they will give you 3 hearts and a point. So the 3 hearts you can deduce immediately from the patient. And these are Andrew Bartley arts. These are like dreams and fears that the person has. And also you'll move on your own little board. And your board, you will try to also get these tiles that you can put on your board. Then you can... The ink pot will go around, and it will or either activate a column or a row, depending on how much you want to, how much you need to move. And you're gonna compete also a little bit with Freud, because some things that you do will move the Freud marker, and as soon as the Freud marker goes to the end, the game ends as well at the end of the track on top of Vienna. Basically, general gist of it. Yeah, this is your board. So you're gonna start with 1 from your own choosing of 3, but you will get more of these. And as soon as these move, where it ends, you're gonna get the column or the row, and you're gonna unlock more ideas to play with. And also these little things. And you're gonna write theses, which are these things. If you have enough symbols, you can write theses. By the cards that you got from the thesis deck. That's how I call it. And that is Unconscious Mind, a very beautiful game with an amazing theme, and I love it to death. And you're gonna use coffee, by the way, to do some stuff as well. My next game is Daitoshi. Oh, it suddenly got stuck. And Daitoshi is a game from De Veer. 1 to 4 players, 120 minutes, ages 14 up, and a 3.90. Daitoshi is a game in the Mushi. I forgot. It's in the same world as Bitoku and Sand and some other games in that line. So you're gonna you have your magnet. You're gonna go on this rondel and doing actions, and some actions lets you also get some resources, and you're gonna power this city. But your big board like this will have some tiles here, so every time that you do an action, you will get a tile. So you're gonna get resources from the world around you. You're gonna expand the town, but you're also using up the natural resources, and the yokai, the spirit of the forest, are not happy. So if you do it too much, they will ruin your factory, and your factory will get less efficient. And your factory is actually your player board. You have these workers that you can get. You can also donate to the big machine. You can travel to these places, put your flag, and then if you do this action, you'll get some benefit. And let's see if I... So this is your factory. This is where you get the resources and keep track of them. This is a very zoomed in picture of the board. This is wealth. These are the actual components, by the way. So these transparent acrylic pieces are in the game, not this cup, by the way. That's not in the game. Let me see if I can... And here you have a factory. So if you also want to generate steam, because to your three factories on your factory boards where you can put inventions, and to run a whole column of one. If you want to run a factory which has can have a potentially maximum of three inventions, and one can have two, and there are different. They have different tracks to go up once you do a produce action. They will get better, they will go and evolve, and you can get more out of it. But you need steam, and when you get steam from here by if you go up first, and then if you go up once you get water, and you go down once you get coal, and that's you produce steam, or the other way around. If you go with the arrow, you get steam. If you go against the arrow, you get nothing. But you can plan to go then again down by getting the other resource. And it's so you see here the factories, the invention starts low, and as soon as you reach this, as soon as you reach this arrow, it will go up. So you get less crosses; they will all be uh, covered, and you'll get more things once you run the factory again. And that is um, how you play Daitoshi, and you will also upgrade. You will lighten up the energize the city by flipping the tiles. You can add more tiles to the board, like you see here. There's one here that is already flipped, and here you can dump the tiles that you have to get from the forest and from the mountains and so on. Uh, if you have too much of them on your board, you can have one, but if you have more, the yokai will be angry. But you can add some more to it by building some more pieces of this rondel, and then you'll have more worker spaces to put your workers as well and do more and more actions. But you also get to dump the tiles here on these things, which they didn't do here, but maybe it's just to the note how it's just a picture. So, and that is Daitoshi. My third one is my first Stefan Feld game, and that is Marrakesh. In Marrakesh, from Queen Games, 2 to 4 player games, 120 minutes, ages 14 and up, weight 3.40. You are going to go to the city of Marrakesh. Um, this is you also have the essential edition. That's what I have, so it can be a little bit different than this one. This one is the normal edition, I guess, and there's also like in the deluxe edition. Um, the other one is a little bit different. It has tracks for most of the things, and these gates are just cardboard pieces that you put on. So you're gonna have this dice tower, which you're gonna have these things as actions. You're gonna throw them in. You're gonna choose three of them. You're gonna reveal them. That's where you're gonna put your workers. If I get one of these white ones, I will of course do the action on the white. I'll put a worker here, and a lot of things will just get you. Um, will get you some things once you draft them, because as soon as everybody shows them, you're gonna put the workers in different spots, and then everybody collects them, and you put them in a in a dice tower, or cube tower actually, and then they fall out of the cube tower. You arrange them by color, and everybody will draft them. You can draft or two of them, or just one if there's only one. For example, here the gray. The person that picks a keshi, because these are keshis, will get to draw them. But the thing is, at the end of the 4 rounds, because you're gonna have 12 cubes, so you're gonna have 12 rounds. You have to pay some stuff to the city, the people that live on the city, and those will accumulate. And if you don't get to pay them, what's on your tile, you lose every resource that you have, and you lose points. So it's a bit of a puzzle to not over spend stuff, and there are lots of spaces to do your actions. You go up on the river, get some benefits there. You can put gates out, which can uh, go give you some extra bumping on those tracks, and give some things that way. You can get these tiles, which will give you. They're in different levels. If you do the gray action, you can do the white and the black action, which is going to be the mask and the temple. This one, this one, this is really nice. This is printed. I don't have this version, to be honest. I'm a bit bummed. This one is nice. I can try to make these for the normal version. Yeah. For the essential version, you can uh, rotate on this rondelle and get a lot of benefits here uh, of these dancers. By rotating, how many people are looking at the dancers, that's what you get. Um, you can go to the market here. Uh, you can try to go up these stairs. It's you can go up on the green track, which gets you dates. It's one of the currencies like money and water. It's the things you have to pay back to the city. You can go up on these oases and get these tiles by paying for them and reaching there with your camel. And those are end game scoring. And in the end, you will score only the best end game scoring tiles. But these are face down, and you reveal them depending on if you can pay for it or not. It's a lot going on. It's my first Veld. I really loved it, and that is Marrakesh. Um, my fourth game is my fourth. Yes, my fourth game is Ark Nova. Ark Nova from Foiland Spiele. 1 to 4 players, 9 to 150 minutes, ages 14 up, and 3.77 in weight. Ark Nova, you're gonna have your own zoo, and and in that zoo, this is so. This is all the. Oh, they put all the. Is this? I don't think this is all the cards. Oh, this is a lot. I'm not gonna show you. Oh, there's been some upgraded stuff for it. And Ark Nova, you're gonna try to. I think there are more inserts than there are pictures of the game. So you're gonna have the main board where there are some cards and the trackers and some extra stuff. And the main mechanism are these cards below your zoo itself. You're gonna try to get. This is. So these are the actions that you can do. You can play animals, but as soon as you play animals on level 3, here you can play one animal into your zoo if you have an enclosure that is open. Well, this is not open enclosures, but is there? These are like open enclosures on this side. And you have to have the right size of enclosure for the right size animal. You can put a smaller one in a big enclosure, but is it worth it to have that extra space that could have been used for a 3 animal going to a 4 enclosure, which you paid a lot for because you have to pay for those enclosures and you have to pay for the animals. But as soon as you do the action on 3, it goes back to 1. That means that sponsor and association go to the right, and then they will become better. So you have to plan a little bit ahead to see like, hey, if I do this, then this will become stronger. But maybe if I do this first, then it will go to the 1 first, and then I'm going to do this and this, and it will then have this action that I did before already in a better position to do a stronger action. And you try to put sponsor cards that give you some benefits, some extra stuff. You gotta try to release animals into the wild by doing the association, doing association actions to get your zoo appeal up and be better known to the public. You can build some not really habitats in your zoo, yeah. And you can get cards or snap cards up, and it's a great game. So, and here you can see the animals, like fish. This is a different language, and some of the animals have to be besides a rock space. The enclosure has to be beside a rock space. You can put the animal there, and like you have these associations. Something can be person, and this is like this. I know this one. This is the horse whisperer. Yeah. So, and once you unlock these things, they can be permanent income, and yeah, you want to try go up on the track. It has a weird system of As soon as the two, the ticket track and the appeal track cross, or they're in the same region space of each other, then the game ends, and everything. If you can move them even further, that will be your positive points. Can be that some people will get have negative points, but then you can do some end game scoring, and the best zoo wins, and that was Ark Nova. My fifth one will be uh, oh, I have one too many. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, I think I put one too many on my list. This one will have an honorable mention. Oh, actually, it was not Endless Winter, by the way. I have to take one off. That one was actually the one that I was going to put, but I already have Unconscious Mind, and I'm going to talk about Civolution. To be fair, Civolution I only played solo, and I didn't finish. But I'm so enamored with this game, even in the solo mode. Maybe made some mistakes because not everything is clear to me as of now. I got in like last week, and this is a big game. This is a big Civolution game, and I think this is my heaviest game I think that I have at home. I still have to play with people, but because the holidays are coming, maybe just only in the new year. Civolution is 1 to 4 players, 90 to 180 minutes. That's putting it a bit lightly. For the first time, you have like an hour of explanation. But hey, people that are watching this are not deterred. I don't see you leaving your seats and clicking off YouTube. It's like, oh no, okay, I'm out of here. Bear with me if you are, if you're just watching this and like, I'm a light gamer, but this is not for me. Maybe it is because it's a really interesting game. It's a 4.21, but the thing is, it has a lot of depth. I think what makes it a little bit more difficult is like, hey, you have a lot of actions, and at a certain point you don't know how many actions you have. So basically, the theme is very light. It's a civilization game, and you're like maybe in the future or something, and you have to do this exam who can manage the best civilization in a computer model kind of a thing. And the person with the most score wins after 4 errors. And the thing that I like a lot, so this is like you need a lot of table space, and actually you're gonna need these parts because you're gonna put cards here. That's why this board here is the shape that it is. Um, so different level cards are gonna go under your board, like half poking out. Uh, so that's why you need a space, and this falls neatly into the box, and the box has uh, organizers in there that work perfectly fine. Some boxes to put some cards in and stuff like that. But you see here some tracks that you can go on. Here you see the weather and the events, and some end round goals and stuff like that. The mitigation of the dice that you can improve, and here you can see the turn round. So you're gonna have some beginning of the era things. Then this is gonna be the action, and the action that you do are actually here with the dice. Everything that you manipulate here on the middle of the board has to do with these dice, and there's a lot you can. Um, there's a lot of things with moving. How do you can get more meeples onto the board because you start with 2 bits. You can reproduce. You can play cards. Most of the cards on this side, as you see, like this symbol here. Oh, it cannot. And here's some extra cards at either that action or that action. So the thing is, you want to combine dice to have the best dice. So it's, for example, here to reproduce, it's a 2 and a 5. So you can put a 2 and a 5 there. As you do the action, the dice go beside your board. So you will get them back once you do a reset. But the thing is, in the beginning, you're going to have dice 1 to 6, but the other rounds you have to roll them. So you don't know what you get. But you can mitigate them with ideas. The focus are like a dice replacement. You can put them anywhere. And here is where you put your resources. There's also some buildings that you can build. You can build monuments and a hut and a boat. and here's your food and your money supply, and the cards uh, will can give you some resources once you can do the cards, but they can also like give you an ability. And there's a lot going on, but I love it. It's very deep, and here also you can evolve your species for speech and motor skills. They have different words, by the way. I think it's in German. I don't know. I cannot read from here. But it's a very big game. Um, I hope I can get people to watch a video before. This is one that you have to the first time. Hey, give a homework because hey, heavy gamers don't mind the homework. I guess mostly just give them some homework to do, like watch a video, like how to play, and then the explanation will go a bit smoother. But that is Civolution. You try to make the best civilization as possible. It's not really a 4X game because you don't really have battle. The only thing you can kick someone out of a spot, but then their meeple will still be on the board. But then you get tired, so basically it's actually worse for you. But maybe if you really need that spot on the board, you want to do that. And that is Civolution. You go up on trash, you get some stuff. There's some comboing going on. It's an amazing game, and um, those are my five. And the one that I wanted for Christmas this year, and it's a game. I don't know if it was delivered already for the from Kickstarter, but this one is a game that I was actually interested in for a while, and that is Galactic Cruise. Uh, and Galactic Cruise, you are working on this cruise ship that goes into space. 1 to 4 players, by the way, 950 minutes, ages 14 and up, and 3.91. It's from Kinson Key Games. Um, and so you'll place workers to take two actions. You can launch a ship. You can recall or you can recall all of your Earthbound workers to collect funding bonuses. You can get blueprints and so on. You want to make the best for your intergalactic guests on your intergalactic cruise ship. Um, I That's basically what I hear about it, what I heard about it. Um, Here you're gonna put some action spaces. I really like the art. I would love to go on these kind of vacations in space if they're so much fun. And they even have a kid and stuff like that. So you want to go to spaces where you can make the best decisions for your crew and your passengers. And yeah, the person with the most points wins. Uh, the thing is, it ends when uh, a certain cubes are placed on the company's progress track. So as soon as you do stuff, there's going to be cubes going to be put there, and if there's enough, the game will end. And that is a. Oh, there's some more here, by the way. Maybe this looks amazing. You have these spaceship graphic design only, fully illustrated. Oh, cool. Um, yeah, and this one is one that I really am interested in. So I hope Santa's listening and give me a Galactic Cruise. Um, that is it for this list. Thank you guys. Yeah, it was 5 plus 1 is 6. I overcompensated a bit by putting Endless Winter, but it's an honorable mention because I mentioned it here. I think it's out already for a while. It's from the same uh, company as Unconscious Minds, and I would recommend that one. It's also really cool. Well, that's it for now, and we'll see you on another one. Take care. Bye bye.